Welcome back. Oh, another week, another humdinger of a TDA coming your way. You can go in through Schoology if you like. You click on Connie from Steven Universe, and then there's Mr. Surface without shoes for some weird reason, and we click on this week's TDA, or you can click on the day of the week that it happens to be. That'll take you there as well. Boom. That'll take us to this week's TDA, and you'll see a lovely pastoral scene. In that pastoral scene, you click the happy face because you're happy, and then boom. Look at that art. Beautiful. We're going to read, annotate, and evaluate the text and write a TDA based on it. So let's do it. The passage sowing community, right? And you can see a little community here, and you can see sowing. In this case, most likely means like as in sowing seeds, right? Sowing seeds in the garden. Sowing the seeds. The passage sowing community focuses on a family's participation in an art project. Write an essay analyzing the effect that the edible landscape project has had on the community and use evidence from the passage to support your response. Well. Let's take a moment and uh, drag those two red dots to the two most important words. Nice work. All right, let's get in there. Directions: read the text for the first time and annotate along the way. I'm on it. So, we're looking at cause and effect relationships, and we have the word cloud for the combination essay and nonfiction article. So, let's look at the notes there first. Cause, why something happens. Effect, what happens as a result. Boom. Boom. Cause, it rains. Effect, flowers grow. Some signal words. So, as a result, because, therefore, consequently, due to, which caused. I'm just wondering, like, how might you use so as a signal word? I mean, I have an idea, but something that seems important to me are these signal words, because usually, as a seventh grader, they're not just going to say it's cause and effect. I've got to figure it out using clues and words. So signal words seem important to me. And I don't see a ton about community except for here on the word cloud over there by interaction or neighbors. That they're communities too, right? A neighbor's part of the community. So write an essay analyzing the effect that edible landscape project has had on the community. Use evidence from the passage to support your response. Sowing Community by Kim Palmer. A lot has changed in the 10 weeks since the Schoenherr family allowed a crew to tear up their entire front lawn in Woodbury and replace it with edible plants. Oh, I see some edible plants here. Tomatoes. It looks like, I don't know, some beans or something over there. Nice. Instead of a flat expanse of turf grass, the family's front yard is now mounded and thick with growing cabbages, tomatoes, salad greens, peppers, herbs, and fruit. Over 100 crops in all, if you include different colors, said John Schur. One thing is, how are you going to eat 100 different crops in 1 year? It seems like a tall order and something that'd be tough to organize. The big idea seems to be that they have changed their life. Then it now revolves around edible plants. That seems important to me. And the effect that it had on the community, well, already the different colors, I would imagine, would be nice to drive by and see in the morning. My favorite thing is the purple cauliflower. Well, there's a purple cauliflower. And I see the purple cauliflower here. My favorite thing is the purple cauliflower, said his wife, Catherine. We knew it was cauliflower. We didn't know it was purple. We don't know all the plants. We're waiting for them to reveal themselves. A lot of mystery edibles have sprouted in the Schoenhauer's yard since the crew, led by the California artist Fritz Haig, transformed it into edible estate number 15. That seems like an important phrase. I feel like that's going to come up again. The garden is part of Haig's residency, and if you don't know that word residency, it means that an artist like stays one place for a while. At the Walker Art Center, which is kicking off a related exhibit, including the premiere of a video about the Schoenhauer's landscape makeover. So it's all part of a community art center project, right? And they're going to even make a movie about it. So I'm going to put this. It seems like that might help us figure out cause and effect there. All right. Number one, reread the underlined portion out loud on Vocaroo. Number two, finish the sentence starter out loud by yourself, or with an elbow partner. Take the time to open Vocaroo right now. You have to hover the little mouse over the link itself. So go ahead and click that open. Boom. All right. Now, take the time to read what's in red or underline in red, and then you will go ahead and drop that link right there in the area where it go. Control V. All right, go ahead. Excellent work. Way to be. So, Haig's worldwide project involves creating prototype gardens that put visible food production in residential communities to shift perception about what constitutes an attractive, acceptable front yard. And visible food production seems like a strange way to say food that you make or that you grow and that people can see. It just seems strange. So I'm putting a question mark there. While traditional suburban lawns hog resources, and it seems like we've got a traditional suburban lawn right here, contributing little, edible landscapes not only produce food but also promote human interaction, according to Haig. Human interaction, that seems to be one of, has had on the community. Community is made up of humans. Human interaction, nice. And who said that? That was Haig? Nice. Both food and connections appear to be flourishing now at the Schauenhauers. When the family is truly stumped about something that's growing in their front yard, they ask Anna Berbrower, a local landscape architect who's serving as their coach during this growing season. For now, they're busy making salsas and pestos. John has experimented with juicing, and they're tossing salads, many, many salads. We're eating a lot more lettuce, said Catherine, please, plus giving away bag after bag to friends and acquaintances. Still, the greens keep coming. I don't want another salad for a while, she admitted. Schoenhauer's Abundance has intensified their interaction with their landscape and with their neighborhood. Now they're spending a lot more time in their front yard, and so are their neighbors. Please take a moment now to find a connection on this page, and you may use the prompt at the top to help you do so. Please take the time to find part that seems important. Find something that you have a question about and bring your question mark and put that on top of it. And then finally, put the check mark next to something having to do with cause and effect. Do you see any causes and effects on the page? Do you see any evidence that you might use to talk about cause and effect? Take the time to do that now, please. Wahoo! Nice work, everybody. Catherine has organized Wednesday gardening nights so neighbors can gather, pull a few weeds, and help themselves to produce. Some people to produce. Some people feel very welcome cutting things. Others I need to bribe, she said with a laugh. They hosted a pizza party on Father's Day. Catherine also hopes to host a sauerkraut baking party. Later in the growing season, we're going to have a ton of cabbage, she said. Take a moment, please, and big idea is the neighbors come on over, right? That's the community interaction. Cause they have this art project effect, people start showing up to their edible landscape. I'd like you please move your question mark here, put the magnifying glass on top, put a magnifying glass on the bottom. Find a part that you could ask a question about, and then also find a connection on the page as well. Take the time to do so now, please. All right. Kids who attend the home based child care facility across the street regularly visit the children's garden, a cozy plot tucked into the corner of Schoenhauer's lawn. One little boy became so enamored of picking fresh produce that he went home and tried to eat his parents' hostess. Bye. You too. So the Schoenhauers own two children, both young adults, no longer live at home, but spend a lot of time in their parents' garden. Son Aaron, who helped his dad build their trellis and lashing for their hops plants, stops by routinely. I've been here every weekend, a couple Wednesdays, and a couple random days, he said. So it seems like even within the family, there's more of an effect of a community, right? The community of the family is meeting more often, right? Even on random days. My question is, what's been keeping you away from home? His sister Andrea also is a regular visitor. My job has been eating, she says, and blogging. She chronicles the family's garden journey. There's so many people helping that it doesn't feel overwhelming, Catherine said. If I had to do it myself, it would not be good. But so far, tending the massive garden hasn't been as labor intensive as one might expect. Oh, here's a massive garden. Oh, here's the words massive garden. We're starting to get more weeds, but we're still spending less time weeding than we did last year, John said. This was clean dirt. Rarely do I hear those two words together, so I'm putting a question mark next to that. Could you please find something that seems important and find something that seems relevant to our learning target today? Please take the time to do that now. Oof, what a number. And vegetables are planted close together, giving weeds little room to grow, Bierbrower noted. She's been struck by the family's enthusiastic commitment to their new landscape. The most amazing thing is how much the Schoenhauers have embraced it, their willingness to take it on and to learn, she said. There's never a moment of intimidation. Intimidated by what, I wonder? Catherine finds she spends more time chatting with neighbors. Oh, I'm getting it. There's a bunch of neighbors, and here's the neighborhood. Ah, less time getting things done. I've always been punctual. Now I come out and I'm visiting, and I have to say I gotta go, but that's the life I want, she said. We always had a close neighborhood, but neighbors I didn't know as well, I know better now. Please take a moment and find a place for the a part that seems important and for a part that connects with today's learning target. Please take the time to do that now. Beautiful. The 9-year old girl who lives across the street is now a frequent garden helper and consumer. She's trying things she wouldn't eat before. I wonder why. Catherine said, and other neighbors plan to install her own edible landscape next year. I can't even understand what effect this is having on everybody. I think it's the start of a really good thing. Well, she was a picky eater, and now she ain't, that 9-year old. Please take a moment and find a part that seems important and a part that connects with today's learning target. Please go ahead now. Nice work. Okay. Now, you're going to take the time to read those underlined portions in red out loud. Once you're done, then you're going to answer this question. What sorts of effects did the Edible Landscape 15 project have? Right? So you can figure out what those effects are. I even see the word effect in there in a moment. Please take the time to take care of your Vocaroo now. Beautiful. Good work, everybody. So, what we have is a sample paragraph, a question, a chance to read part of that sample paragraph out loud and see why it was given such a high score and discuss that. And then we're going to start writing our own TDA. A lot of that work we will save for the next video. Thank you so much.